Closer. 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 Hit the viewers at home with that there complete stimulant-based pre-workout face. Hey guys, what's going on? It's SUPPWARS! Coming to you from MassiveJoes.com. I'm here in the filming studio at MJ headquarters with a resident pre-workout purveyor, prince of the... I don't even know where he's come from.
Neither do I.
Purveyor of the finest Prince pre-workouts, Vince!
What's going on?
With the C!
Yes.
Vince, we're back.
We are.
All new episode of Sup Wars. We are joined by our highly esteemed people's referee, Brandon.
What's up?
What's happening there, Brandon?
Man, new year. I thought you'd have some new moves, but same.
Did you not see those new moves, bro?
No,
I started and then I reversed and I went in the other direction.
Okay.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
All right, we're kicking off the new year with this is wild. This is gonna be wild. We are taking our most popular complete stimulant-based pre-workout and putting it up against one of the most hyped complete stimulant-based pre-workouts of all time, Vince.
It is.
It is, of course, Hosstile Hosstility up against
Raw Nutrition CBUM Thavage.
Vince, we're going rounds, man.
We have to.
We're gonna go a bunch of rounds. Of course, we're gonna go ingredients, nutritional breakdown. We have to go flavors and tastes.
Yeah.
We have to go effects. I'm not even sure if we go value for money because straight up, they're exactly the same.
They are,
So I think we just skip that round. So we're at 3 rounds.
Yeah.
If we don't have a result after 3 rounds, we might have to go tiebreak.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm
Come
gonna
back
leave
for finals.
I'm gonna leave that up for. Well, this is the pre-judging.
Yeah.
We might come back for finals at night time. I don't know. We'll leave that up to Brandon. That's all we're getting. Vince, are you ready?
We're ready.
Brandon, you ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
Round 1. Ingredients, nutritional breakdown. Let's go. You can lead off.
Let me lead off?
Yeah, why not?
So let's start off. Mine is a 1 scoop serve, but 40 serves. So I'm going to break down the 2 scoop, which is the full serve.
It's got to, because hostility is 1 scoop, but it's a big fucking
It's
scoop.
a big scoop, yeah.
And it's 20 serves. So
Yeah.
they're both 20 serves.
They are.
So you do your 2 scoops
Yeah.
because your scoops are like amateur size, and
Wow.
I'll do my big protein scoop. So we're both at the 20 serves.
We'll get to that later.
Yeah, we will.
Okay, so off from the top, some vitamin C, B6, B12, sodium, potassium, and then we get to good stuff. So L-citrulline, 6,000 milligrams, beta-alanine, 3.2 grams, betaine anhydrous, 2.5 grams, L-tyrosine, 2 grams, taurine, 2 grams, nitrosogene, 1.5 grams, agmatine sulfate, there's a gram of that, coconut water powder, 500 milligrams, alpha-GPC, 400 milligrams, caffeine anhydrous, 260 milligrams, L-theanine, 150 milligrams, bitter orange extract synephrine, 100 milligrams, dicaffeine malate, we have 64 milligrams, yielding 22.5 milligrams of caffeine, estrogen, 25 milligrams, and huperzine A, 100 micrograms.
It's a very impressive formula.
It is, isn't it?
I mean, when you run it through the 5 effects we look for in pre-workouts, hits all of them.
It does.
As does hostility, as you guys already know, and I'm about to run through as well. But like, it's a good formula.
It is, yeah.
And there's some overlap too. A lot of these ingredients and dosages are exactly the same. So
There is,
we're going to
yeah.
be able to knock a few of them out. But Hosstile Hosstility, we have some electrolytes in there. So we've got some magnesium, some sodium, some potassium as well. There's very similar doses to the sodium and the potassium that you have in CBUM as well.
Yeah.
Or Thavage, whatever we're calling it.
Thavage.
Everyone's calling it CBUM pre-workout. Let's just go with CBUM. And Hosstile took all of the S's anyway. So that's why you're left with Thavage, not Savage. And I've got 4 S's in the Hosstile Hosstility. All right, L-citrulline, 6 grams, exactly the same as you.
Yeah.
I got some creatine in mind though. You don't have any creatine, but you do have betaine. I also have betaine, exactly the same dose.
Yeah.
So you knock those 2 ingredients straight out.
Yeah.
Arginine as NO3T, so arginine nitrate. So I have nitrates in here. You don't have nitrates.
No.
But you have nitrosigine.
I do have arginine.
Yeah, so there's a point of difference there.
Yeah.
Taurine, we've both got 2 grams, 2 full grams. So we knocked that ingredient out.
Yeah.
I've got some Pico-2 in here.
I do not.
You got beta-alanine though.
I do, yes.
Full clinical dose. I got a full clinical dose of Pico-2. So from an endurance perspective, very similar.
Yeah.
Tyrosine, I got a full gram. You got twice the amount.
I do. I got 2 grams.
You got 2 full grams. Alpha GPC, I got 600 milligrams. You got 400.
400, yeah.
But it's the same type of choline. Alpha GPC, standardized for 50%.
Both, yeah.
I got teacrine in here.
Yes, I do not.
You don't have teacrine.
No.
I got caffeine in a 200 milligram dose. You got 240.
Yeah.
So a little more, and that's caffeine and hydrosynthetic caffeine. I've got dicaffeine malate. You also have dicaffeine malate, and I've got music playing as well. You also have dicaffeine malate. I got 135 milligrams. You got about half that.
64 milligrams, yeah.
64 milligrams. We both have the same amount of huperzine A
Yep.
in 100 micrograms.
Yeah.
Well, depending on how you read the label, but it's 100 micrograms of the active ingredient.
Yeah.
And then there's some things that you have that I don't have, primarily estrogen and synephrine.
Estrogen, synephrine, theanine, coconut water powder.
Yeah.
And nitrosigine.
Hard to split on paper.
It is very
Isn't it?
hard,
It's like,
isn't it?
oh God, what do you do? You hand over to Brandon, that's what you do.
Yeah,
Brandon, what are your thoughts?
I don't want to do this anymore. Why am I here?
You should have left 2022 on a high, man. Just retired.
Yeah, walked out. All right, so pumps, both citrulline, both same dose of citrulline. Obviously nitrosigine for Hosstile, and then CBUM's got the arginine. No, sorry, other way around.
CBUM's got the nitrosigine.
You've got the
Hosttile's got
arginine
the
nitrates.
Yeah.
So you got nitrates and arginine, but then you've got agmatine.
Yeah.
I do have agmatine. That's one thing I miss, yeah.
Yeah. So you got the pump prolonger there that will help the pumps go. So I'd probably, man.
No nitrates there though. That's a big part of.
But nitrates come on quick and leave quick, so you
but you've only got one way of boosting nitric oxide though. It's the arginine pathway.
But it's the best
because you
way.
got citrulline and arginine, so it's kind of redundant.
No, but they're both going to stick around.
But you got no nitrates though.
Don't need
But you do
nitrates.
have agmatine, so the pumps are going to hang around for a bit longer.
Yeah.
Interesting. Both of us don't have glycerol.
No.
Yeah. So with the pumps, man, like I do like agmatine, but I mean if you're hydrated and you got enough carbs and stuff,
Yeah.
You got nitrates in there, which I like nitrates as well. So the pumps I'm going to call it high.
Okay.
Power, creatine. Creatine for hostility, no creatine for CBUM, and then you both got betaine, so goes to hostility there.
And the Pico-2 as well, don't forget, with the hostility. That does have it does have some power benefits. Not a lot, but it's in there.
Yeah.
Yep.
You, previous videos, you seem to not think that, but anyway, I know, it's a new year.
Windy season, man. What can I say?
Endurance, man. The endurance is unreal for both of them. Pico-2 for hostility, and then beta-alanine, a full clinical dose of beta-alanine for CBUM, and then you both got the same amount of taurine, pretty much the same amount of electrolytes. So, I mean, the endurance is pretty much the exact same.
I mean, I have some extra coconut fruit water powder.
You do have some coconut
What
water.
a redundant ingredient.
I don't know.
Straight up.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't like the beta-alanine tingles, then
Yeah.
I'd go hostility for endurance.
Some
but
people love the tingles though.
some people do like the tickles.
Yep.
And then mental focus, man. You've got more tyrosine.
Yeah.
Who has the 2 grams of you got the 2 grams
I
of
got 2 grams
tyrosine,
of
whereas
tyrosine.
you got
tyrosine, I got more alpha GPC.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
thing, man. Like if you want mental focus, then high alpha GPC for hostility. But then if you want more of an increase in mood, then you go CBUM. So I mean, I'd call that one a tie as well.
Yeah.
Because it is mental focus and mood. It's not just mental focus or mood.
Yeah.
So that's a tie there. Energy. You've got what do you got yielding like 282.5.
So total
Yeah, what's your total caffeine?
total caffeine is so
282.
260 caffeine anhydrous.
Yeah.
I then have 45 milligrams of caffeine from dicaffeine malate,
So about
so
300.
305.
Yeah.
Plus some synephrine in there as well for stimulants, some theanine to help you relax, and
Yeah, and Hosstility at 300 as well.
300,
because
so
it's got the
pretty
caffeine
similar.
anhydrous plus exactly the same, the dicaffeine malate. But Hosstility does have teacrine in there too.
But no theanine.
No theanine, but teacrine.
Yeah. No, I do, well, pretty much the exact same amount of caffeine, but teacrine, it's a good dose as well. What is it, 250 milligrams of teacrine? I like teacrine pairing with caffeine. I mean, L-theanine will help you take the edge off and relax a bit more, but...
You are forgetting
You're
that
not going to the gym for a
estrogen
nap.
does help with absorption of everything.
Another bullshit ingredient.
No, that's not what the studies say.
Yeah, so for energy, I do like Hosstility better with the teacrine pairing with the caffeine. So that one goes to Hosstility. So what do we go on? Pumps, tire,
Yeah.
endurance, did I say a tire as well?
Endurance, you said tie.
Power
got
goes to Hosstility.
Yeah.
Mental focus, mood, that was a tire as well. And then energy, Hosstility. So round one goes to Hosstility.
Round one goes to Hosstile Hosstility. It's 1-0 leading into round two. Vince.
Yes.
Flavors and taste.
Yeah. So, CBUM Thavage comes in 3 flavors: 3-peat, blackberry lemonade, and rocket candy.
What is the 3-peat flavor?
Redundant because it's should be 4-peat.
Well, it should be 4. Well, now it should be 4-peat. But what actually is it?
I don't know.
You're not sure?
No.
You haven't tried it?
No,
I
I've
feel
tried
like
the
it's a
rocket
blueberry
candy.
lemonade.
Yeah.
Sounds delicious.
Apparently that's the worst of the 3.
Yeah, I haven't tried the 3-peat flavour,
Neither
but I've
have
had a few customers who have bought it and gone, oh, I wish that I did a different flavour.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have.
No, you
yes,
haven't.
I have, Vince.
No, you
anyway,
have not.
Hosstility comes in 4 flavours. That's one more than the CBUM. It comes in grape bubblegum. It comes in mango punch. It comes in peach burst, and it comes in watermelon candy.
And all of them have that punch of teacrine.
And they do all have the teacrine aftertaste. Even though it's supposed to be tasteless teacrine, they do all have that teacrine taste thing going on.
Yeah, it's,
but 4 flavours. The flavour, look, they're not great flavours, but they're not horrible flavours at the same time. Whereas I think you have one horrible flavour, which is the 3-peat.
I mean, I haven't tried it, so everyone's taste buds are different.
Brandon?
I don't think that flavour's horrible.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's the greatest of the 3. I had a guy come in this morning saying he absolutely loved the blackberry lemonade. Haven't had anyone come in and say they absolutely love any of Hosttile's flavours.
Very
The
true.
rocket candy one as well, I've had good feedback with.
Yeah, that's what I got. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I think Em said that she had it and it tastes like, I don't even know that, American candy, something.
Something American.
So it's pretty good,
I would
whereas
think it's
Hosstility, like you said, has the teacrine aftertaste. I feel like you can taste a bit of Pico 2 dirt or something in there as well.
Mushrooms.
Mushroom
Tastes like
dirt.
mushroom.
Not sure if
yeah.
they clean the mushrooms
Got some
before
shiitake
making them in
in
there.
there.
So, I mean, I know there's 4 compared to 3 flavours, man, but I think the quality of CBUM's is a bit better. So, yeah, round 2, usually round 3, but round 2 goes to CBUM.
Round 2 goes to CBUM Thavage. We are all tied up 1 apiece as we head into round 3 effects. Where do you stand on this, Vince? We've been through the ingredients, so we kind of know theoretically that Hosstility should be better.
Yeah.
Where do you stand on the actual effect? Let's talk actual effects.
Yeah.
Muscle pumps.
I mean, they're good in CBUM.
I think they're good in both.
Yeah.
I think they're
They
good.
are.
It's splitting hairs,
It
to
is,
be honest.
yeah.
I'm a big fan of the effect of agmatine personally.
Me too,
And it's
yeah.
one ingredient that I just wish Hosstile, if you guys listen, Foad, Summer, put agmatine in the next version of Hosstility.
Yeah.
That would just make my day. But I think, the nitrates, I'm also a big fan of nitrates as well. So I think the muscle pumps, very good in both.
Yeah, I agree.
Muscular endurance, what do you reckon?
I think good across both as well, to be honest.
It's also splitting hairs.
Yeah.
I think, I don't really have a problem with beta-alanine.
Yeah.
Sometimes I look forward to it. Sometimes I'm like, oh man, my face is itchy, my neck is itchy. I wish I didn't have it.
Yeah.
And that's obviously going to be a personal preference in terms of effects. But I think when it comes to actual endurance, in terms of what you notice in the gym,
Yeah.
being able to get more reps, being able to train harder for longer, it's kind of splitting hairs.
Yeah.
Muscle power, where do you sit?
I don't notice a difference.
Yeah.
For me, creatine in Hosstility is there for muscle power, but most people will take creatine separately anyway.
Yes, that's
so
right.
betaine against betaine, the Pico 2, yes, but I don't really notice a difference in muscle power.
Yeah, I'm the same.
So I think they're both pretty similar.
Once again, kind of splitting hairs.
Yeah.
Let's go nootropic effect.
Yep.
And then let's also talk about energy at the same time.
Okay.
Because I think this is where they start to diverge a little bit.
Yeah. I think the mental focus side of Hostility is better.
I agree.
And I think the energy is probably a little bit cleaner. CBUM still, it probably hits you a little bit harder than what Hostile does. I'll take Hostility in the morning, takes a little bit longer to come on.
Yep.
Whereas I think CBUM hits me a lot harder. But I think Hostility just has that mental focus, very clean energy feel, which I personally probably prefer. Whereas CBUM's a bit harder hitting, hits you quite quickly.
Yeah.
It's
in my personal opinion, I just don't think that CBUM is as balanced as Hostility.
Agreed.
And what I mean by that, there's two aspects to it, right? Obviously, you got the energy side of things. So we know just looking at the formulas that CBUM has more synthetic caffeine, right? And a less amount of sustained release caffeine and no teacrine in there. So you know from an experience, and this is what I felt as well, the CBUM hits you a lot harder, but then it kind of doesn't drop you, but it levels off a lot quicker as well. Hostility comes on slower, but it just hangs it like, man, fuck, you feel good for a long time training on Hostility. Like you can train legs. I train legs on, I'm still sore from it actually. I trained legs on New Year's Eve with one of our IFBB Pro bodybuilder sponsored athletes, Jake Nicolopoulos. I trained on Hostility. We literally trained for 2.5 hours. And I was fucked by the end of the leg workout, but I was feeling good in terms of energy wise. I don't think I could have done that on CBUM because I didn't think that I was going to get that sort of sustained energy. So I think that that's where they diverge. The other aspect of it is the balance of the energy to the nootropic effect. And this is, it really is a fine art, but this is one of the things that, in my personal opinion, Hostile have really nailed with Hostility. They've got the right amount of precursors to dopamine through the L-tyrosine. It's not like you've got a lot more, but it's not as, it's like a bell-shaped curve with those sort of nootropics. It's not like more is always better. There's a sweet spot, and if you go over it, it's not as good. The balance of the tyrosine to the choline from the alpha GPC to the huperzine A, that's a big one, the ratio of choline to huperzine A. And then having the teacrine in there, which also has a nootropic effect. I just think it's a very well balanced nootropic energy, overall feeling of mental focus and well-being. And I just don't think that CBUM Thavage hits the spot.
I would agree. I think if they put extra alpha GPC up to the 600, same as Hostility, they could probably afford to bump the tyrosine down. And when you're training anyway, you start to feel good. It's really that when you start training, while you're training, you don't feel bad. You get that dopamine release from your training.
You do,
and you start to feel good anyway. So I think a little bit more alpha GPC would really make this good. But like you said, I am a big fan of teacrine as well, as they both have the dicaffeine malate. But I think the teacrine gives it that extra edge to provide the longer lasting caffeine experience. And energy experience. Huperzine A is the same. And then the estrogen, I mean, I haven't noticed the difference between taking pre-workout with estrogen and without it.
That's why I say, you can quote all the studies, and the studies are legit, and the studies, help with absorption of aminos and this and that, and whatever. Does that actually make a fucking difference? No, it doesn't. I've never had a customer, or personally even, I want a pre-workout, and if it doesn't have estrogen, I'm not buying it. Or if it does have estrogen, I am buying it. It's just like, it's a feature, it's not a benefit. Brandon, what are your thoughts, man?
Yeah, look, you've broken it down very well. I don't really have to say much because I think you've done well there. The point of difference with CBUM, I think, is the agmatine, which I do like. You want your pumps to stay around, but I mean, with complete stimulant-based pre-workouts, you're really looking for the energy and you're looking for the mental focus, and you just want to feel on. Whereas that's where I think Hostility does reign supreme there with the teacrine. I don't feel a whole lot from caffeine because I have a pretty high tolerance to it. Whereas teacrine, you can't actually build a tolerance to teacrine like you can with caffeine. So I love that addition there. And then I really do like alpha GPC as well for the feeling of, for the mental focus aspect. So all in all, man, I think Hostility's effects definitely feel better, and they are better. So round 3 goes, what was that, Vince?
I just think the benefit of CBUM is the 1-2 scoop serve. For those people who want to take half a serve, they can just take one scoop.
Come on, man, you're pulling the straws now. Just take half a scoop of Hostility. That's what I do. When I'm stacking Hostility with Bloodshot, I go half a scoop of Hostility, 2 scoops of Bloodshot. I'm fucking good.
Then you feel like a pussy taking half a serve.
Bullshit.
Whereas 2 scoops is like, fuck.
Round 3. goes to Hosstile Hosstility, which, ladies and gentlemen, means this Sup Wars has been won 2-1. Hosstile Hosstility taking the win over Get Raw Nutrition, CBUM Thavage pre-workout. Vince, final thoughts, man?
Both. I mean, I had both these pre-workouts.
Yeah.
So, and I swap them between on what I'm training because I like to do that.
Yeah.
And they're both really good for really any workout I'm training.
Man, they're two of the best pre-workouts ever created.
Yeah.
You know, like it's a shame that we have to put them up against each other in Sup Wars, but at the same time, this is what Sup Wars is for, is to figure out who is the best of the best. But I mean, they are absolute top shelf pre-workouts.
100%.
Some of the best, not even just now, but like ever formulated in the history of pre-workouts. These are two of the best.
Yeah.
And you really can't go wrong with either of them. I think ultimately, you know, it's going to come down to which flavors you like better.
Yeah.
It's going to come down to whether you want beta-alanine tingles or not.
Yeah.
And then pick one and enjoy.
Yeah.
Because both of them are fucking amazing.
100%.
Yeah. Brandon, anything else you'd like to add?
No.
Vince, anything else you'd like to add?
No, that's it.
Guys, hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to the MJ Fitness YouTube channel. Don't forget to turn your post notifications on your mobile, your cell phone, your desktop PC, your smart TV, and any other device you are watching this video on. That is Sup Wars. Hosstile Hosstility taking the win 2-1 over CBUM Thavage pre-workout. Until next time, Vince, where are we coming to and from?
MassiveJoes.com.
Stay.